Good evening, everyone. Taibu Muad'Dib, host, podcast entertainer, author, motivational speaker.
The issue of gun violence isn't going away because there are
every weeknight, 9:30-ish p.m. We go crazy. In fact, we going nuts right now. Hit it, Shay. Come on, a little bit more. Yeah. It's cold out here, y'all. And I'm telling you one thing. It's amazing. How come they don't know? No one's life is the Cosby Show. Killer cops is nothing new to melanated people, bro. Not in the America that locks us up for mega busting, legalized prostitution so the mob can get their cut. CIA agents bringing dope in from the south and spread it through the hood so we can take each other out. The sadness in the hood isn't just some recent shit. It's the same thing that you can see on the slave ship. Trauma passed through generations lead to a peculiar life. Can't believe in freedom, even if one of your parents right. I'ma do it right, cause I'm conscious and I know the way. I got roots in Africa. Pittsburgh was my birthing place. International businessman from inmate 15208. African Messiah, dog. Someone had to say today. All you want is metaphors about the club and freaking horse. Stacking up your pick, flashy cars, and them foreign tours. Don't you know it's war? They coming after you with all they got. It starts out with Congress, yeah. Them the folks who scheme and plot. Once they pass the laws, it's on you and I to know what's up. And since we don't, that's how come the jails are jam-packed with us. I got my fist raised. And unity is in my heart. No matter who you are, come and live your truth. That's how it starts. Yeah. That's how it starts. Go get it. Go, 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 go. Don't you know it's war? They coming after you with all they got. All you want is metaphors. International businessman. Can't believe in freedom. That they still don't know. Pleasure to meet each and every one of you. Taibu Muad'Dib and Shay. This is Live Your Truth. Pull up a chair. Get your popcorn ready. Let's make it happen together. We appreciate you for joining us. Tap in.
Hey. All right. This is Taibu Muad'Dib, Live Your Truth, a show that generally comes on at 9:30 p.m. That's why I say 9:30-ish, because it's going to come on whenever I feel like it's 7 o'clock, 1 a.m. Now, in times past, I cared about what y'all think about me. I don't now. Go ahead and bless me. I want my roses and my diamonds and all that stuff. Flowers. Okay. Usually I start these shows off rambling, but not tonight. Y'all need juice tonight. I'm fired up. Shout out to Quell Security Company, owner Brandon, Devon, Heath, Jerron, all the managers, Aiden, Jason. Shout out. I got this chair too close. Y'all can't see me. All right, there we go. Shout out to about that cares about the First Step Coaching Academy online. What is the First Step Coaching Academy? It's a place that you can go, calendly.com/Coach Taibu. You can go there. You can book a time to talk to me or representative of the First Step Coaching Academy, right? And we'll talk to you about the 6-month course that you want to take through the academy and to complete, so you can build your skill sets and grow and become a true wealth builder. Now, the problem with many of you is, like I said last night, you have been disenfranchised. You've been bamboozled, hoodwinked, taken for a ride, run amok. Shout out to my man X. Love that line. But really, you guys have been taken advantage of by a lot of people. You've invested money and time into things that weren't no good for your relationship. Why am I different? And I have somebody in my life, and she asked me, she said, why should I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. This is, and y'all inbox me and ask y'all questions. I'm glad that this young lady inboxed me because she wanted to know. She really wanted to know, like, why should some of this? And you know what? I'm a real enough dude to give it to y'all in the raw, right? This person inboxed me and said, this is just a question. How can you honestly justify teaching people to build wealth and you haven't done so yet? Why would listeners take your advice that hasn't even been proven to be successful? What qualifies you to give financial advice? Why should listeners tune in? This was a whole lot, right? You know, I'm a professional. I've been podcasting for over 2 years. I said, I'm glad you asked. People need to be coached past hurdles in life. No one did it for me, all right? I wish it had happened and sooner than later. Also, I'm in my process. Y'all, that's why I tell y'all, look at my Facebook pages and my Instagram pages and look at how I was living then and how I'm living now. That's how you'll know that I can give advice, I can coach you, that I'm certified to make sure that you reach your goals. I specialize in achievement because that's what I've done. I come from nothing. The fact that I'm standing here, not dead, locked up, or severely impaired means that I've overcome what I need to overcome to make sure you guys can do the same thing. We're all going to face demons and obstacles and hurtles and bad spirits. We're all going to face them. It's how you respond that makes you a true wealth builder and a successful person in life. I said, I'm in my process. When the wealth I am building turns into financial freedom, it will happen. Hold on, wait for it. It will happen because I began to strategize and I executed my plan with tenacity and resolve. Now, I am not a gangster in a business suit. I'm not. It doesn't mean I didn't have street days. It doesn't mean I don't have street cred. It doesn't mean I didn't see a day locked up when I didn't eat all day. I was on a hunger strike because they messed with my meal. You ain't seen those depths. You ain't laid down and you were so hungry, you thinking about tearing off a piece of your boxer shorts and eating it. You don't want to drink the water out the toilet sink. It just tastes like garbage. It's not filling you up. You guys haven't seen those days. You don't know what it's like to hear everybody else, watch everybody else go to get commissary and no one on the streets, no one that you talk to, whose life you touch, sent you a dime. When in that situation, you need support. You need it. You guys haven't seen those depths. I saw them as a child, a young adult, and as an adult. Y'all didn't see them. Back then, I didn't have strategies to execute with tenacity and resolve. But now I have strategies and I execute them with tenacity and resolve. Look up those two words, tenacity and resolve. You understand what I'm saying. Until you look those two words up, you won't understand why I'm winning and why you're not. I told this person, not overnight, but through patience and perseverance and faith in myself and the process. That's how you become financially free. That's how you get done. A lot of y'all have weak constitution. Maybe a bunch of you TikTokers are young people and you believe in this overnight sensational thing. I can make one video that's going to go viral and I'll be okay. Maybe, maybe not. To answer our question with finality, I said, so waiting for my process to be completed before beginning theirs is asinine and inappropriate if they are really about the wealth/health builder lifestyle. This person continues to ask questions. See, some people, no matter what you say, some people will only see what they want to see. It's tough. I did Facebook last night. I'm going to give Instagram some shout outs. Some people are only going to want to see what they want to see. All right. A distinguished gentleman. That's who's in this suit. I have class. There's glamour here. I almost let myself down for love. I almost let myself down for affection. I almost let myself down for a few bucks. I almost sold my birthright for a few more dollars. I almost did these things. What about you? I asked you guys and challenged you guys last night to ask yourself this question. What have you done in the last 12 to 24 months? What decision did you make that set you back a couple years? That set you back a couple years? What decision was it? I asked you guys this, right? I don't know if you guys answered the question or if you just kind of blew it off. But think of how important it is to identify what you're doing to hold you back. Do any of you have that kind of strength? Are any of you ready to take that step and point fingers at yourself? What's up, Carlitos? Shout out to my whole Instagram family over there for Coach Taibu. What have you done in the last 12 or 24 months to hurt yourself, handicap yourself, hamstring yourself? What have you done to help to keep yourself from exceeding? If you act like you haven't made one really bad move, then I ask you, how come you're still broke? What up, baby? Talk to me. It's Coach Taibu right here. This is how I get down. Tonight, we're going to talk about the 10 steps to overcome adversity. 10. And then we're going to talk about what's the best perspective to have when adversity wants to derail your progress. What's the best way to look at the tough times that happen and seem to pop up when you're doing good? I think that many of you, you're looking for a quick fix. You want permanent results. But your strategy is a quick fix strategy. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. But you're doing it because you're still broke. And you haven't downloaded the EFC workbook. You haven't gone to county.com/Coach Taibu and got on a call with us. That lady, the reason I read that off for you guys, do you think she's still going to be broke next year when I'm touching 6 figures on my way to 7? Quickly. I'm talking about hit 6 figures almost immediately after I make this next big move with 7 figures just shooting at me. You think she's still going to be broke? You think she's still going to be looking at me the way she does now? That's what haters do. They hate. Judge them. I guess a hater does what they're supposed to do. Right? But let me ask you this question. Are you ready to make that first step? That's why I've called it that. Because when I made that first step, man, I hopped off the porch and I went. I was locked up for a crime I didn't commit. 2 days after I was released, I went outside. And because I took that first step, I'm telling y'all, I couldn't remember what I was doing to get locked up. I was like, damn, why was I going to jail that much? It was the craziest thing because my mindset had shifted awesome. Look, tap in, invest in these courses. Stop blowing out money on cigars and goofy broads, fellas, and females. Hey, ladies, stop taking care of those gross, bummy dudes. It's that one song, Stop Letting Bloop, Doop, Bloop come in you. Like that song, I ain't gonna lie, that song, that's real. A lot of you chicks be online like, oh, a good minute, but you can't keep your legs closed long enough to attract them. Oh no, Tiger didn't. Yes, I did. No, he didn't. It's real. Tiger would be right here. Let me get you the screen share, man. I appreciate y'all. I really do. I don't say I appreciate y'all, and I don't mean it. I appreciate y'all in the real sense of it. All right. You go to my inbox. I'm gonna get these steps out here for y'all. All right. These are the steps right here. All right. Share this. Go over to Taibu Muad'Dib 4019 youtube.com/@ Taibu Muad'Dib 4019. Remember to put that @ sign in there, or just type my name in there, and it should come up as long as you put the apostrophe in the right place. Follow me on YouTube to get the picture in picture. I'm only giving Facebook, Instagram a little bit. I'm telling you, in October, it's going to cost to book a conversation with me, and I'm going to start unfriending people off all my social media platforms. If you don't subscribe, if you're not a subscriber of my YouTube page, be out of there. All right. Let's get these steps in here, man. This podcast is being brought to you courtesy of the First Step Online Coaching Academy. Go to Calendly.com/Coach Taibu right now and choose the 6-month course that's going to help you become a real wealth builder. All right. It says, overcoming adversity requires resilience, perseverance, and a positive mindset. Here's 10 ways to help you navigate and overcome the challenging situations. Research, y'all. Do your research. Develop a growth mindset. Ooh. Embrace challenges as opportunities to grow and learning rather than viewing them as obstacles. Believe in your ability to adapt and improve. Raise your hand by show of hands. How many of you out there believe in your abilities? I won't go any further. How many of you believe in your ability? How many of you believe that's already in you, that God? Let me give y'all a short, quick sermon. All right. Let me become reverend type, put my reverend hat on. There's a part of each of you that's eternal. There's a part of each of you that's connected, and even in the ethereal sense, to the permanent, infinite universe. Each of us, you have to get this in your spirit. Each of us has a universe foundational part of us. Nothing can break it or shake it. Nothing. That's why someone somewhere each day is doing something that seems miraculous, because they tap into that eternal, infinite part of themselves to get something done. If y'all don't know the story of Nelson Mandela, you young people, let me tell you something. They offered that man a free pass out of political captivity. He was locked up for rallying against the government, not for stealing a candy bar, not for hurting someone or being violent towards a citizen. They locked him up because he was anti-government. And they were ready to cut him loose. Listen to me. You have something eternal in you. They said, we'll let you out of prison today if you denounce the anti-government group that you represent, because you're a symbol of our oppression over them. Every day we keep you in here, they fight harder against us. If we let you go, will you do this? The man had children to raise, children that loved him. For the country to be free, He said no to reuniting with his kids. He said no to his own personal freedoms on principle. Ask me how many years he stayed in prison past that offer. Over 20 years. They came to him 4 more times in 20 years. And that man was living in dang near something like this fireplace here. That's how terrible that prison was. That prison cell was. Nelson Mandela tapped into the universe inside of him. That portion of God inside of him. We all have it. That's why he said, if you don't let your light shine, someone else is going to go without. Can you live with that? I can't. I can't. I can't. So a young lady that sent that question, inboxed me that question, and I gave you the beautiful answer in the world that should have woke you up, and it didn't do anything for you. The answer I gave was so complete and so awesome and so selfless. It was so inspiring. She should have been like, sign me up. What's that link again to Calendly.com? Instead, she just kept on. She basically said the same questions again. 1,700 new millionaires a day. And she's questioning why I want to help you get there. Can you believe this? Do not fail to appreciate your abilities. You can do it. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding during difficult times. Recognize the setbacks and failures are a natural part of life and use them as opportunities for self-growth. What does that mean? In a relationship, the lady last night, she said she's dating again now. She's out there with wolves. She went on a date and she started calling men pee in a pool. She started referring to men as pee in a pool. What was wrong with the guy that she had? What was wrong with the guy that you were with? And so I'm saying right here, right now, it says practice self-compassion. It's like, I'm like, repurpose yourself, redefine yourself, and see how your relationship works. You get out the dating game at 46. You want to get out there and see what's good for you at 46, ladies? Shelf life is over. But if you would have treated yourself with kindness through difficult times in relationship, it may have been an opportunity for you to grow as a person, and that person, you would see that growth, and y'all come to bond together again. So it might be you, people. Seek support. Reach out to trusted friends, family members, and mentors. The problem with many of you is, I can't trust nobody. Trust none. I can't trust. Where's the trust? But you all want to be trusted. I know someone right now that basically thinks that she's perfect. She expects a person to trust her, even though she doesn't want to trust you. How does that work? And I'm not saying that it's like spotless, dirt dog down and dirty, but in her warped sense of reality, everyone should trust her, even though she reserves the right to treat everyone like they're a suspect. It's crazy. If you can't trust people, that's a much deeper issue within yourself. We have to, we are, I said last night, other people elevate us. Okay. So you have to find someone, even if it's a stranger, a 1-800 line. Someone has to provide guidance, encouragement, and be a listening ear. So you can share your struggles with them. And that will alleviate the burdens that feel so heavy on you. Give you a different perspective. Set some clear goals. We've heard that before. It's a huge deal. Please be brave enough to try to write your day down before it happens. Come on, where my roses at? Oh, y'all petty. I want a blue. I should get a blue diamond by y'all petty. Watch. Y'all gonna give me my flowers pretty soon. If I have to coach you into having the kind of money where you can buy them and make sure I get them, that's cool. But set your goals. Setting goals is important. You have to have benchmarks. If you don't know where you're going, you're never going to get there. All right. Break it down. Break down these big challenges into smaller and manageable steps. Focus on one step at a time. Okay. Your car goes down. Don't focus on the car right away. Focus on how you're going to still get to work. Then focus on the car. Does that make sense? Some people go, oh, your car went down. I can't. The car is not working. Focus on how you're going to get back and forth to work. Once you take care of that, then dealing with the car issue won't seem so much. Y'all ain't feeling me. Ty Moody, I want to be your coach, right? Practice resilience. Cultivate resilience by being adaptable and flexible and willing to learn from setbacks. Embrace the failures as opportunities to grow, ways to bounce back even stronger. Huge statement. Take care of yourself. Make sure that you have self-care activities. So one of the self-care activities I've gotten back into, two of them, prayer and meditation in the morning before I start my day. Prayer and meditation and 10-minute yoga. By doing these two simple things, by forcing myself to do these two simple things, when things happen, I'm much more apt to be cool. If you have a girlfriend, every time y'all argue, she threatens to go be with somebody else, yeah, it's not going to work. That's too much pressure. Am I lying, everybody? Every day, if she gets pissed off because you leave the cap off the toothpaste, every day if you get pissed off, if she get pissed off, you know what I'm saying, because you didn't answer your phone when she called the first time, you just, y'all know how y'all do. You try to answer the phone and you don't pick up right away, so you missed the call. While you're calling back, she's texting you, "F you, I'm gonna go call so and so. I want to be single." Every day, it's not gonna work. It's too much pressure. It's too much pressure. Right? Raise your hand if you're in a relationship where the first half of the day can go smooth, but by midday, by lunch break, you catching shade and it snowballs into all-out beef. Raise your hand if you've been through that. I've been through that recently, right? So now that I meditate and I do my yoga in the morning, now I have a different strategy for dealing with that. All right. Practice self-care. Take care of yourself. That's one of the biggest, actually be number one, actually. That's one of the biggest ways to make sure that you are going to approach any adverse situation with the proper perspective. All right. Seek perspective. Gain perspective by considering the bigger picture. Reflect on past adversities overcome. Remind yourself of those strengths and weaknesses. Okay. That's bad advice only because you may not have to this point ever correctly addressed a bad breakup, right? If all your breakups are bad breakup, that's terrible advice. Don't look back and look at what you've been doing, right? That's not going to give you a fresh perspective. Raise your hand if you think that's bad advice. That's bad advice right there. Don't go with that. Don't go with that. Focus on solutions instead of dwelling on the problems. Self-explanatory. No need to go anywhere with that. So those are the majority of the steps, man, to get you guys. Look, if you want this 6-month course, go to calendly.com/Coach Taibu, and we'll get that to you. I'm gonna go to the next one because the next one is the kind of advice all of you need to have, right? You all need to have advice on the perspective. We heard the word perspective used a couple of different times. All of you really need to think about, what is my perspective towards adversity? Have you guys considered that? Have you considered what your perspective towards adversity really is? When stuff goes wrong, have you considered what strategy you're employing? When stuff goes bad, like if your partner or your boss or something is emotionally overwrought, do you allow that energy to transfer onto you? Somebody get in my comment section. What's a good way to not let bad energy people transfer bad energy onto you? Sorry for the plastic cup. Usually I have my Moody Global glass, but sorry for the plastic cup. I'm so thirsty. But get in the comment section. Tell me, What is a good strategy to avoid allowing negative energy people to transfer that negative energy onto you? Okay, that's an interesting one. It said put the cross up, turn into a joke. Man, I was thirsty. Don't put the cross up at nobody. That might cause a fight. Look, try reverse psychology. They're like, oh, he going there. Yeah. Try reverse psychology. When someone comes at you like, you always this and you always do that, and you know what I'm saying, you ain't no good, and you know what made you think that? Hit them with that, you know, you might be right. Hit them with that look, you know, you might be right. I didn't get that when I did it, but you might be right. Give me some time to process what you're saying. There's no need to keep yelling at me. I agree. You might be totally right. In the back of your mind, you thinking, yeah, there's something going on. We ain't gonna be friends much longer, or we ain't gonna be in a relationship much longer. It's time for me to look for the back door. You know what I'm saying? In the back of your mind, you already working that thing out for yourself. But to keep that negative energy, it can be your boss. If your supervisor, look here, didn't I tell you to stay off your phone? I'm texting my kids. It doesn't matter what you're doing, who you're texting. I don't care if your kids out in the cold, in the rain, and they starving. You at work right now, you punched in 3 minutes ago, get on your job. Right? Supervisor going in on you. Instead of letting that negative energy transfer over into you, put the phone down calmly. You know what, boss, you right. That was a weak excuse. I gotta really watch that. It's gonna totally nip that in the bud. That's a great strategy. And that's why I deserve to be your coach. Oh, low battery. Let me put my battery, let me put my PC in, y'all. My bad. I'll be right back. Let me keep talking though. That is a great strategy. That's an awesome strategy. That's how you get it done. Uh-oh. This is good. Did I leave it in the car? This is so embarrassing. How embarrassing. Well, I'm on a roll. My computer's gonna die on me. It's low battery. So I've reached the end of the road, y'all. I apologize for that. Let me get this song in here for y'all one more time. I appreciate y'all for joining me. I hate to cut it off, so quickly, but I'm telling y'all right now, y'all got me fired up tonight. Tune in tomorrow. I'll continue this a little bit tomorrow. I did. Hold on. Let me go to one more screen share for y'all. Make sure y'all go to YouTube, subscribe, and watch this video because y'all don't want to miss this next screen share. All right, let me get over here. Bam, bam. All right. Definitely want to get this out there. Check this out. You have to see it. Oh, no. The video's unavailable? Oh, no. That sucks. I had a cold video for y'all too, and it says it's unavailable. I can't make this up, TikTok crowd. It was a TikTok video too. I was gonna put y'all in the game with that one. So I'll go to a different one because y'all deserve to get some good entertainment when y'all riding with me. All right. Okay, let's go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Sorry about that, y'all. But I definitely want to get this one. Give me one chance to get a screen share going with you. Did I go too far? I really apologize, man. This is very embarrassing. So I might be going too fast, but I had a up there it is. Found it. I hope this one's good. Let me check this one right here out. All right, y'all gonna love this one. I really want to know what y'all think. Go to Taibu Muad'Dib over on YouTube. Watch. Everybody should subscribe right away. I'm gonna present this screen share. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. It's crazy. I'm talking about this is crazy. All right. I'm gonna do this one time for y'all so I can see what y'all missing if y'all don't go over there and get right. Let's see. How do I turn this thing around? Dang it. More. Flip camera. Okay. There we go. All right. Check this dude out, y'all. Look at them. Look at them. They're gonna beat me up. Don't beat me up, you. Wow. Don't beat me up.